Hallo Leute, freut mich sehr, wenn ihr heute eingeschaltet habt, denn wir spielen The Journey Home, was quasi ein zweiter Teil von Home ist, auch wieder von Riot gemacht und hat auch wieder Erfolge. This game is better if you play the first one Home first. Das hatte ich damals irgendwie nicht so ganz gelesen und als allererstes hatte ich das irgendwie andersrum gespielt und es war auch sehr cool zu sehen, wie es andersrum abläuft, also wenn man feststellt, was alles so passieren kann, denn dieses Spiel hier ist ein bisschen mit Home verknüpft. Deshalb schaut einfach in der Playlist das vorherige Video an, denn da habe ich Home gespielt. Und ja, deshalb hoffe ich, dass ihr schon gespannt auf diesen Teil seid. Halt, ich drehe mir den Bildschirm hin, weil ich auch mal ein bisschen schräg sitzen muss für das Standmikro. Okay. You're an adventurer for hire. You take various jobs and requests in order to make a decent living. Klingt wie der Anfang. Bodyguard needed, Monster Hunters, dann auch wieder Monster Hunters und nochmal Monster Hunters. Oh, man kann mit Klicken weitermachen. Schön, davor was Leertaste. You left your home and your family in order to travel and gain more experience in your line of work. Now, for the first time in years, you're returning home. You've traveled far on your adventures and you are a long way from home. The road is arduous and full of danger. Various creatures and demons prey on travelers. Only the most wealthy people would be able to afford safe transport. Everyone else undertaking the journey must do so on foot. On foot, nicht food. You know all of this, but all that matters is to you is getting home. The long journey and the danger are worth it. Early one morning, you pack what few belongings you have and head for the town market to pick up supplies for the journey. After stocking up some rations and other necessities, you begin your journey home. The first day passes without much happening. There are no other travelers on the road. Liegt das mal irgendwo so, was cool aussieht, das interessante Cursorzeichen. And you are close to civilization for there to be any stray demons or monsters roaming around. That night, you happen across a campfire and a lone traveler sitting next to it, seemingly lost in thought. Also treffen wir auf noch einen Reisenden, der gerade in Gedanken verloren scheint und uns gar nicht wirklich wahrnimmt. Stellen wir uns mal hier auf die andere Seite. Wir kennen ihn ja noch gar nicht. Oh ne, E funktioniert nicht. Na, erst wenn ich näher bin. Oh, greetings. I didn't expect anyone to be traveling through here. What's your name, friend? Was ist mein Name? Kann ich das eintippen? Ah ja, kann ich. Ich überlege gerade. Es wurde nie erwähnt, oder? Schade. Ich weiß es leider nicht. Ich spoilere es euch jetzt aber auch nicht, wenn ich beschreibe, was ich bin. Aber nennen wir uns doch einfach mal Hero. Hero? Nice to meet you, Hero. You can call me Meredith. I assume you're traveling north? Then we're both going in the same direction. I'm on my way to the city. I imagine we'll bump into each other a few times on our travels. If you're tired, you are more than welcome to relax here for as long as you need. Our journeys are long and dangerous. Any rest we can get is a small blessing. Gehen wir weiter oder relaxen wir ein bisschen? Scheint's nett, klar bei Verstand. Warum nicht? It's always nice to have some company. Please sit down and make yourself comfortable. You sit by the fire with Meredith, happy to rest your legs. Ja, seht ihr, wir freuen uns, dass wir die Beine ausruhen können. Das ist alles gut. You end up talking about your most recent jobs, as well as where you're going. Meredith says he's a huntress who specializes in magic. She's on her way to the city, where the work pays better, although she takes any jobs she finds along the way. The two of you talk for a few hours before you decide it's time you be on your way. Before you go, Meredith reaches into her bag and pulls out 2 jars of preserved meat, handing them to you. It's not fancy, but from the sounds of things you could do with either more money or more food. This should keep you going for another 2 days if you pace yourself. You thank her for the food and continue down the road. Seht ihr, wir haben Essen bekommen. Das ist doch ganz nett. You continue traveling, leaving the warm glow of Meredith's camp behind you. A day passes without much happening. That night you see what looks like a child collapsed on the road in the distance. You hurry to investigate. Okay, ein kollabiertes Mädchen. The girl is alive, but is unconscious. On other inspection, you see claw marks along her right arm. You recognize the claw pattern as that of a demon's. The wound seems to have been inflicted a few days ago, although it seems she is passed out from exhaustion as opposed to her injuries. Given enough time, the girl will turn into a demon herself. However, she should have a few days left based on your knowledge of the infection. Das heißt, wir erkennen Klauen und merken, dass sie von einem Dämon angegriffen wurde. Das hat sie wahrscheinlich ziemlich aus der Puste gebracht und alles mögliche. Jetzt liegt sie halt bewusstlos. Und wir kennen es mit dieser Infektion aus. Und wissen halt, dass sie noch so ein paar Tage hat. You don't have the skill or knowledge needed to make a cure for it, but you can at least make a basic potion to give her back her strength. You set off towards the nearby forest to find the herbs you need to prepare the potion. Okay, wir untersuchen jetzt, also wir schauen jetzt nach einigen Kräutern und so. Ja. Herbs collected, 24. Controls. Ja, danke. A, D. Move. W, Spacebar oder Zeugs Jump. J oder Left Click Attack. K is Right Click Dodge. The dodge can be used to cover more distance and dash through enemies unharmed. It can also be used on the ground and in mid-air. Halt, was waren die Tasten? Ah, oh nein! Wieso kann ich nicht immer springen? Was, ich gehe dann nach links? Ich gehe jetzt so? Okay, das funktioniert nicht so schön mit dem Zeug. Dann werde ich einfach WASD und die Maus benutzen und das Dashen sein lassen. Ah, und Leertaste zum Springen. Denn ich kann diese Tübis auch kaputt machen. Das heißt, ich habe gar kein Dashen nötig. Aber sterbe hier so langsam, was nicht so schön ist. Und dann flacker ich so ein bisschen, oh nein. Ach Mann, aber dann komme ich da nicht hoch. Aber ich kann relativ schnell angreifen und werde hier noch sterben, weil ich so schlecht bin. So, wie treffe ich dich da unten? Nur wenn ich mich reinstelle. Ah, man kann auch mit Rechtsklick dashen. Stand das da? Wahrscheinlich. Okay, dann sind jetzt alle Controls verständlich für mich. Okay, das heißt, ich muss jetzt hier oben hin. So, hat doch geklappt. You have all the herbs you need. You decide to return to the girl and prepare the potion. Ich kann immer schlagen. You return to the girl and hurriedly prepare the potion. You give it to her and lay her down on your bedroll. You make a fire while waiting for the potion to work. After a few minutes, she begins to wake up. Yay! Huh? Who are you? Where am I? She tries to scramble to her feet in a panicked daze, but can't manage to lift herself off the ground. you assure her she's safe and you start to explain how you found her. You mean you're not gonna try to drag me back to the village? Or you're not gonna just kill me right here? How do I know I can trust you? And why did you even help me in the first place? I have nothing to give you, and you've probably noticed, but I've gone and gotten myself infected. I'm a big scary demon now, apparently. Maybe they were right. Maybe I should just be put down before I get any worse. They, ja wahrscheinlich die Townspeople, weil die alle immer Angst davor haben. Also, sie meint halt selber, dass es vielleicht besser wäre, wenn sie jetzt sterben sollte, bevor sie sich in einen Dämon verwandelt. Aber wir wissen, dass es einen Weg gibt, das zu heilen. I guess there would be. I went to the village alchemist to ask for help as soon as I could. As soon as he saw what the problem was, he called the guards. He didn't even give me a chance to explain. He just assumed I was some kind of monster. That's when I ran, and that's how I ended up here where you found me. Nobody's going to try to cure me while they think I'm some demon. I need to get help somehow, otherwise I don't know. I don't know what I'll do if I can't get help. Ich kenne jemanden, der dich heilen kann. Das tust du? Wer? Wo? You tell her about your home and the alchemist who lives there. I'm sure she's great, but so is the alchemist in my village. How do you know she won't try to have me killed as well? Because she once saved me from the exact same infection. Das ist interessant, weil ab dem Punkt hier könnte man es jetzt eigentlich ganz genau erfahren und ich wusste es halt nicht, weil ich das Spiel zuerst gespielt habe. Wir spielen das junge Mädchen, was wir einst gerettet haben, was auch lernen wollte, wie man Adventurer ist. Und wir haben ihr ja gezeigt, wie man mit Waffe und so umgehen kann. Und sie hat nun begonnen, ihr eigenes Abenteuer zu bestreiten. Und lebt genauso wie wir einst. Weil wir einmal von der exakt selben Infektion behandelt wurden. Oder geheilt wurden. What? You've been infected before? You mean you've been through all of this? You tell her how your father tried to keep your sickness hidden to protect you, and about the adventurer who saved you both from a mob of villagers. Finally, you tell her about how the alchemist helped you without any fear of the infection. There really could be a chance to cure me, then? Take me there, please, I don't care what I have to do. I'm just sick of running. You tell her to get some rest, and that tomorrow you'll start traveling again. So, ich habe mal kurz eine Unterbrechung gemacht, weil ich gemerkt habe, dass sich Störgeräusche im Hintergrund entwickeln. You tell her to get some rest, and that tomorrow you'll start traveling again. Thank you, really. Oh, my name's Ginora, by the way. I guess I never thought of telling you that earlier. What's yours? Hero? Thank you again, Hero. I don't know what to say. Really, I don't have any way to repay you and I don't... She seems to have fallen asleep mid-sentence. Mitten im Satz. Ja, das habe ich nicht geschafft. Bisher. It looks like the last few days have been more draining for her than it seemed. You decide to get some sleep as well. At the break of dawn, you begin traveling with Genora towards home. Sleeping seems to have given her back her strength. She's taken a shine to you now that she knows you were once in her shoes. While walking, she spends most of the time asking you about home and your family. Nothing of any particular interest happens over the course of the next few days. You don't pass by any towns, and any other travelers you pass by only seem interested in their own affairs. One night you notice you're running low on firewood. You set up a camp on the outskirts of a forest. After making sure the area is safe, you show Genora how to get the fire started. Then you go deeper into the forest to find more firewood. Okay. Wieder selbes Kampfprinzip. Den ihre Hitbox finde ich sehr seltsam, weil sie mir manchmal wehtun, obwohl sie es eigentlich gar nicht sollten. Aber okay. Das Feuerholz brennt bereits. Stand doch nicht eben mal 8? Wieso steht denn jetzt 18? Ich habe eben 8 gelesen. Okay, das war jetzt nicht so viel. You have enough firewood, you decide to head back to camp. Okay. Hi, Ginora. Hero, how far away is your home exactly? You tell her that there's about 10 days of walking between here and home. 10 days? Don't you think I'll be able to last that long? We can try visiting another alchemist along the way, just about. Besides, it's the best chance we have of getting you cured. Ich denke nicht, dass wir einen anderen Alchemisten besuchen sollten. Deshalb sagen wir, dass es nur so in etwa grob geschätzt ist und dass wir trotzdem darin die beste Möglichkeit sehen, sie geheilt zu bekommen, und das tue ich auch. You've been through this before. I guess you know how long it takes. I know you're confident in how long I have left, but still I'd rather not waste any time on the way there. You chat for a little while longer and eventually go to sleep, eager to start traveling again as soon as possible. The next day, you and Ginora end up passing through a small town. You pass by a tavern and the smell of food wafting out through the open doors makes your stomach growl furiously. You've been running low on rations and you only now notice that your coin pouch is uncomfortably light as well. You check the notice board to see if there are any jobs you could do on the way home for extra gold. It looks like the mines nearby have been overrun by lesser demons, and the client is in the next town you'll pass through. You decide to take it. You continue walking and find the mines. You tell Ginora to wait inside the entrance once you're sure it's safe, and then proceed deeper into the mines. Gegner killen. Ja, ihr seid das. Und seid ihr schnell? Du wirst wahrscheinlich gleich runterkommen, oder? Ja, geht. Ohne One-Hit. Aber auch laut. Oh, ich springe irgendwie höher. Los, komm, No-Hit. Nein, kein No-Hit. Ah, ich kann auch so durch Gegner durchdashen. Dann habe ich für eine kommende Aufgabe vielleicht sogar schon eine Idee. That seems to be the last of the demons. You head back to the entrance where Ginora is waiting. You find Ginora sitting against the wall at the entrance, right where you left her. She jumps to her feet and dusts herself off as you approach. That didn't take long at all. You weren't joking when you said it was a simple job. You make sure you have proof that you completed the job, and then you both continue on down the road. The next village should be about another day away, and the sun is beginning to go down. You decide to set up a campfire for the night. Oder nur Camp. The two of you spend the night talking about your work and the types of jobs you normally take. So you spend almost every day hunting down monsters and protecting people from assassins and bandits? That sounds amazing. Can anyone become an adventurer? Naja, also wir haben es auf jeden Fall geschafft. She seems to have taken a shine to the idea of adventuring for a living. Ach ja, was für ein Kreislauf. You tell her about how you got started and some of your first jobs. Ja, weiß sie ja, dass sie gerade genau denselben Gedanken hat wie sie damals. A few hours pass before you realize how late it is. You mention to Ginora that she should probably get some rest. What? But I still don't know what happened to the merchant. You can't just stop a story there. Jetzt können wir entweder weitermachen oder Cliffhanger sagen. Aber wir möchten früh losgehen, deshalb würde ich sagen Cliffhanger. Okay, you win, see, we all thought he had escaped, but it's a cliffhanger, we'll start from there tomorrow morning. She pouts at you like a spoiled child. Fine, but you better tell me what happens next as soon as we wake up. She giggles as she talks. It seems that she's genuinely enjoying herself, even considering her condition. Und die Tür ist wieder offen. Ach Mann. Also, ist nochmal eine Tür im Flur zum Zwischenraum hin. Und jetzt unterbreche ich vielleicht nochmal. Okay. She cocoons herself in a blanket and rolls over to what she previously designed as... Oder designated? Designated. Keine Ahnung. As the comfiest patch of grass. A smile still on her face. Good night, hero. The next morning, Gennaro looks pale and wakes up coughing. It looks like the infection is starting to take hold quickly, or maybe it always had been, and she was just keeping it hidden. Her smile from the night before is replaced with a concerned grimace as she clutches her chest. You keep traveling. Her coughing fits only happen occasionally, but her walking slows down and her breathing is becoming heavier. Later on, you pass through the town that issued the last job. You get your payment and buy some food rations, among other necessities. On the way out, you glance at the notice board. There don't seem to be any jobs available that won't take a number of days to complete. One job, however, catches your eye. Demon Hunter, Huntress wanted. Young girl recently infected, short brown hair, grey shirt with red vest. Will turn at any moment. Large sum of gold awarded to any hunter-huntress who dispatches the girl before she endangers anyone. What? I didn't think the village would send job notices out this far. You continue staring at the notice board. They didn't just post one sheet. They nailed a whole stack of the pages to the board. You notice that there's a torn scrap of paper hanging off the nail that was used to crudely pin the sheets on the board. Someone has taken the job. Das heißt, irgendjemand jagt uns gerade hinterher und versucht, Gennaro zu töten. You rip the rest of the sheets off the board and quickly leave the town. A few days pass, and Gennaro quickly gets worse. She becomes more and more pale by the hour. She coughs constantly and often breaks into cold sweats. Nevertheless, you keep traveling. Home is only 3 more days away. Oh. Okay, wir können trotzdem reden. I didn't think this infection would get so much worse so quickly. How far away are we from your home now? You tell her there's only 3 more days left. 3 days? Yeah, okay, I can make it. She keeps repeating that to herself under her breath, like some kind of mantra. A few minutes pass. Hero? Do you think you could tell me about some more of your adventures? You spend the night telling Gennaro about your most enjoyable jobs. It seems to take her mind off of things for a little while, and eventually she falls asleep while you talk. You make sure she's warm enough and then go to sleep. You get up earlier than usual and start working. Gennaro needs to rest regularly, and her breathing is constantly heavy. You end up carrying her on your back regardless of her protesting, and walk as fast as you can without causing her any more pain. You don't cover as much distance as you normally would. Carrying Gennaro slows your pace down immensely. Eventually night falls and you need to set up camp. Gennaro barely says anything all night, and as soon as she lies down she falls asleep, although her sleep is still a disturbed one. At this rate you will have to run as much as possible to get home in time. You decide to sleep earlier than usual. You'll need the extra energy for the morning days. You get up at the break of dawn and continue walking. You sling Gennaro over your back and start walking as fast as possible. She looks at her surroundings through half-open eyes and seems to be unaware of what's going on around her. The day drags on. Your legs are giving out under you by the time the sun sets. As you trudge along the road, you feel Gennaro tap on you on the shoulder. It seems she's gotten some energy back from resting all day, even if only a little. You put her down and the two of you keep walking in silence. A few minutes later you happen across a campfire, with a familiar face resting next to it. Oh, wir sind wieder bei Meredith. Ah, it's nice to see you again. How have your travels been so far? Oh, you found a friend, I see. My apologies. I'm Meredith, and you are? Genora. It's nice to meet you, Genora. Are you feeling okay? You look a bit pale. No, I'm fine, really. You cut the conversation short. Genora seems like she'll collapse any second. You tell Meredith that you need to keep traveling. You're in quite a hurry, aren't you? Well, no worries. I'm sure we'll meet again. You quickly continue down the road, Genora barely staying upright. Stay safe, friends. You continue traveling. As soon as Meredith's camp is far behind you, Genora clutches her chest and coughs violently. You continue walking as far as you can, but eventually you have to stop for the night. Even though Genora is wrapped in her blanket and next to the fire, she still shivers with the cold. You throw your blanket over her and sit against a tree, watching the road. You're almost positive that sleeping tonight would be dangerous. A few hours pass before you notice a silhouette moving down the road. They seem to be glancing at you, looking for something or someone, and you think you can guess who it is. You extinguish the fire as quickly as you can to avoid being seen, but you're too late. The figure comes to a halt. They are looking directly at you. You see a slight glow appear in their hands, and then a cascade of fireballs launch from them, flying towards you. You jump to your feet and get ready to defend yourself. So, jetzt muss ich vorsichtig sein, weil ich glaube, eventuell mit dem Dashen könnte ich da durch. Ich probiere das mal. Da, weil das tötet mich irgendwie Stück für Stück. Aber nicht, wenn ich so mache. Weil ich meine, wie soll ich das denn so lange überleben? Retry, na klar. Aber das ist trotzdem irgendwie ein bisschen zu schwer für dieses kleine, nette Spiel hier. Kann man das denn schadensfrei überleben? Nein. Wow. Okay, vielleicht schneide ich das, weil es zu lang dauert, weil das ist ein bisschen glücksbasiert irgendwie. Keine Ahnung. Ich komme da nicht so drauf klar. Aber halt. Oh. Ups. Wusste ich. Wow. Trotzdem noch zu schwer. Das heißt, weniger Treffer am Beginn einstecken. Wir sind kein guter Adventurer. Trotzdem wurde ich schon getroffen. Wow. That's the end of the barrage. You quickly try to find where the attacker is gone. You sprint out onto the road, catching a glimpse of the assailant running over a hill. Although your legs were weak from earlier, the adrenaline pumping through you makes you feel like you can run for days. You catch up to the mage. As you suspected, it's Meredith. She tries to run as you approach. It seems she's only suited to fighting from a distance. You catch up quickly and tackle her to the ground. Ah, hero, we meet again, it seems. You tell her to explain herself, placing your sword to her throat. It's simple, she'll turn into a monster any day now, or any second by the look of things. Killing her while she's weak is for the greater good, and if I can pocket some extra gold while doing so, then all the better. You've become too attached to her to see that she's a threat. You explain to her that it can be cured. Ah yes, you've done an excellent job of that so far, it seems. What if you can't get this cure in time? What if she turns? Would you be willing to put her down if it came to that? Es wird nicht dazu kommen. Ich werde tun, was ich muss. aber nur wenn ich es muss. Es wird nicht dazu kommen. Ha, the blind optimism of youth. Only time will tell if you're correct, and from what I can guess, you don't have much of that left. Now then, what will you do to me? With me. I've lost this little confrontation, it seems. I'm curious to see how you handle this situation. Kill her, spare her. Undertale! You lift your sword from her throat and slide it back into its sheath. Predictable. Adventurers rarely seem to have any capacity for rage, and you are no exception. Now, what do you say you let me up and I'll just... You punch Meredith so hard that her head rebounds off the dirt and she falls unconscious. You don't know if she'll keep pursuing you, but you're not willing to take that risk. Okay, das ist sehr schlau, denn wir haben sie erstmal ausgenockt, damit sie ein bisschen liegen bleibt. You rush back to the camp. You're surprised to see that it's almost down. Gino seems to have fallen unconscious and her heart is barely beating. You don't have much time left. The adrenaline from earlier is still flowing through you. You haul Ginora onto your back and break into a sprint. The adrenaline only lasts so long. Eventually, you feel your legs threatening to give out from beneath you. Still, you keep on running. You wade through rivers and sprint over hills, all while your body screams at you to stop. You keep on running. After what feels like an eternity, you approach a familiar town. On the opposite side of this town, just on the outskirts, is your home. You dash through the gates and into the market street. It's full of people, and if you don't know this town so well already, you will get lost in the crowd. You barge straight through the crowd, not caring who or what you hit all along the way. You break out of the swarm of people and keep running, going towards the north exit. You reach the gates and sprint into the forest on the outskirts. Finally, in the sun-soaked forest clearing, you see it. You see your home. You slam into the front door, shouting for the alchemist. The door opens and you're greeted by 3 familiar faces. You barge through them, taking no time for greetings, and put Ginora on the table, all while explaining the situation to everyone between each breath. You collapse to your knees next to the table, your legs finally giving way. The alchemist gestures to the others to get things set up and proceeds to make the same potion she made for you, all those years ago. You try standing up to help, but you find your vision going blurry. Soon after, you pass out. Eventually, you regain consciousness. The first thing you notice is how much pain your legs are in, and countless stinging sensations from burns you suffered during Meredith's attack. Those thoughts don't stay with you long, however. The next thing you notice is the soothing warmth of a nearby fireplace, and the chatter of voices. But she'll definitely be okay, right? Absolutely, my daughter is tougher than you know. He's right. She's too modest to say so herself, but I've seen her pull through some of the worst injuries I've ever seen. A few burns and sore legs are nothing to hero. I really do need to teach her how to make the cure for the infection though. I swear, if she knew that when she found you, Ginora, there wouldn't have been any problems whatsoever. That girl needs to catch up on her alchemy. I blame you for her being distracted with all of this adventuring. Hey, it's not my fault. She prefers actual excitement and adventure over staying in all day brewing potions. You do realize you're arguing over my daughter's career choice? My daughter, who seems to have no interest in smithing at all, I might add. Sagt der Schmied als Vater. Oh. A smile spreads across your face as you hear everyone's laughing. You sit up slowly and open your eyes. Hey, she's awake. Welcome home. Ach Mann. Das ist echt ein tolles Spiel. Was? Wie kann ich die Quest completed haben? Habe ich jetzt nur tolle Spiele bisher ausgewählt und dadurch schon alleine die Quest abgeschlossen, ohne es bemerkt zu haben? Das ist echt interessant, wir schauen da gleich mal rein. Okay. Es war wirklich sehr, 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 sehr schön. Und ich habe wieder am Ende Gänsehaut gehabt. Es ist einfach so toll. Es erzählt eine kleine Geschichte, hat eine super Anknüpfung. Der Enddialog ist cool, wenn man die Charaktere kennt. Das hat Spaß gemacht. Vor allen Dingen habe ich es jetzt besser verstanden. Ich weiß, ich meine, ich hatte es eigentlich nochmal durchgespielt, nachdem ich dann den ersten Teil wieder gespielt hatte. Aber den Enddialog dann so zu lesen, nachdem man das erst durch hatte, das ist schon recht cool. Also, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Die Endmusik ist gerade ein bisschen laut. Ich könnte sie auch eigentlich unterbrechen, aber ich gönne sie euch. Das Spiel hat über 4 Sterne. Das sieht man selten, weil ich vor allen Dingen durch ein neueres Spiel, wo ich mit jemandem geschrieben habe, der es entwickelt, erfahren habe, dass immer Bots das runterwerten, damit immer Monats-Best-ofs, also bestimmte Spiele sind. Was ein bisschen schade ist, aber deshalb ist es eigentlich klar, dass die meisten Spieler an der 4er-Grenze hängen bleiben, weil irgendwelche Bots die runterdrücken, aber das Spiel scheint sehr gut bewertet zu sein. Und ja, hat mir sehr gut gefallen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch auch sehr gut gefallen. Und es wäre richtig, richtig cool, wenn es einen 3. Teil gäbe, der dann wieder irgendwie daran weitermacht. Aber das war's soweit mit The Journey Home, dem Fortsetzer von Home, in einem sehr, 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 sehr schönen Interactive Visual Novel. Danke fürs Zusehen. Bis nächste Woche. Ciao. Oh, ach so. Okay. Oh halt, ich muss hier durchrushen, um FPS zu bekommen. Es hat mir nur sagen wollen, dass ich an der Quest arbeiten sollte. Oh, das können wir demnächst mal angehen hier. Cat in Japan. Es hat mir nur gesagt, dass ich daran arbeiten sollte, weil ich schon einen guten Teil davon geschafft habe. 2. Aber abgeschlossen habe ich sie noch nicht. Okay. Aber jetzt wirklich. Danke fürs Zusehen. Freut mich, wenn ihr so ein Spiel genießen konntet. Ciao.